What's going on, guys? Inside the Great One here, and today I'm gonna be telling you guys a few ways you can know if your hair is healthy or not. So if you're like watching like tip videos and things like that, and you're replicating the tips, you know exactly the way how you see it, and your hair is still not coming out right, then something is not right, and you may just have to cut off all your hair. So I'm gonna tell you guys some ways that you can identify if your hair is actually healthy or not. The first way to tell is if you experience shrinkage, then that means your hair is healthy. A lot of people hate shrinkage, and you know it's understandable that you don't want shrinkage, obviously, because you want to show your hair length. That's the whole point of growing out your hair, is that you want to you want your hair to look long. Shrinkage, though, is actually a good thing. It means that your hair is actually retaining the hydration, and the water that you're applying to it, is retaining all the products and things that you use in your hair. So if your hair is not like experience that much shrinkage, then that means something is wrong, and you just may have to cut your hair off. Shrinkage, it doesn't have to be a lot of shrinkage either. It could just be, just a little bit, but just some shrinkage is enough to know whether your hair is actually healthy or not. And once again, if it's locking in, or not locking in, but if it's retaining the hydration and moisture, then you know that your hair is doing something right, and your hair elasticity is on point. The next way to tell if your hair is healthy is if you wash your hair and you put your products in and all that good stuff, and your hair doesn't have like a certain type of shine to it. Like if you wash your hair and it's still looking like dull, that means either your hair is not clean, or your hair is just dull and dry and is not retaining moisture anymore, meaning that it's not experiencing shrinkage. And if it doesn't like have that shine to it, and it's not like shrinking up, then once again something is wrong, and you may just need to get a fresh start, because you don't want dull hair. That's one thing you don't want. Your natural hair is gonna be dull, after a couple days, it's gonna be like dull looking. But there's things you can do, such as putting oils in your hair and things like that, to make it shinier and lock in the moisture. But if you're coming fresh off a wash and your hair is dull, then something's not right. So you may have to check into that. And there are a lot of different like oils and like different products you can use to make your hair shiny and lock in the moisture. But other than that, if you tried everything and it's still not looking right, then something's wrong. Another way to tell if your hair is healthy or not is if it breaks easily. Now, if your hair is breaking, like when you if you pull your hair like this, and pieces of it is just falling out, is once again something that's just not right. So if you want to just check that real quick, you can get some hair, do like this, and if it's if you're pulling hair out, you don't have to pull too hard, but if you just pull your hair and pieces are like coming out, then that's not a good sign, and you may just want to get a restart, because that's not good. There's a difference between your hair breaking and just falling out, because your hair is supposed to fall out. Dead hair is not good. So if you're combing your hair and it's hair like in the brush or whatever, that's a good sign. That means you're getting rid of the dead hair. But if you're like combing it and it's just like way too much coming out, then once again something is wrong. So you want to make sure that once again your hair is moisturized, and that you're taking the steps to make sure that it's moisturized in order to promote healthy hair. So once again, if it's falling out, you may just have to get rid of it. If it's breaking too easily, then you just need to get rid of it. And last thing, that if your hair is full, then it's healthy. So if you do a twist out and your hair is still like kind of matted down a little bit from the products, that's fine, because your hair is not going to show its full volume the first day. It may take 3, 4, 5 days for it to be able to look full. Like right now, my hair, has been like in a twist out for the past couple of days now, and this is pretty much, as full as it's gonna look. But if it's not looking right, like if if you have like bald spots and things like that, then it's not looking good, and you just may need to cut it off, because it's no point of growing your hair out if it's not healthy, you know. So length doesn't always mean health. Just because your hair is getting long, or even so short hair, doesn't mean that your hair is not healthy, you know. Just people's hair grow at different rates, so you can't judge like a time length of somebody else's hair to yours. So just be patient with it, and if you take care of it, then you know you're gonna start seeing that growth. Because I know when I started really taking more care of my hair and just doing the necessary steps to make sure that it's getting the right moisture and things like that, I've noticed that my hair was like growing at a crazy rate. And people were like, me personally, I couldn't even really tell, but like people would always say, oh, your hair is getting like really long. I'm like, is it really? Like I really couldn't tell, but you know, it really does get long very fast. And if you do these right steps, and if you acknowledge if your hair is actually healthy or not, then the faster you can grow your hair. Because if it's not healthy and you're just wasting all this time growing it, and you're trying to figure out why it's not growing, then you just wasted like a whole year because your hair is not healthy. So if you notice these signs, then you may just want to go ahead and cut it off, or just get a trim. And like, you don't have to go all the way like a big chop, but you know, just trim it down a little bit, just to promote new hair. Unhealthy hair does you no good. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you have any other like comments or questions about, you know, if your hair is healthy or not, be sure to leave them in the comment section. And it's been Inside the Great One, and I'm out. Peace.